In January 2019, I took a trip to Rwanda in the eastern part of Africa. Prior to my visit, I had heard quite a number of things about Rwanda, especially of its neatness. Upon arriving, I couldn't have agreed less because trust me, Rwanda is so neat, it's such a beautiful country. Within a day, I toured a few places in Kigali, the Intore Art Center as you're about to see, the Kigali Genocide Memorial Center, and a few other places that you're going to see in the video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hey guys, so as you enjoy the artwork in the Intore Art Center, I just wanted to let you guys know 5 things that you definitely should know about Rwanda since you're watching a video about Rwanda. So the first thing is, it was the first country in the world to ban plastic bags. Yes, first country to ban plastic bags. And when I went there, I saw it. They do not use plastic bags, they use paper bags. The second thing is, it is one of the cleanest countries in Africa, if not the world, Africa at least, because I mean, you can even tell from the videos, like the place is really neat, very neat. And I actually learned that if you're even caught littering the place, you could be put in prison. That's how strict they are with their laws. Now the third thing is, Rwanda has the world's highest representation of women in parliament. Go women empowerment, go women, yay. Me, I'm all about women empowerment, so when I see women winning, I mean, it's a win-win for me as well. So they actually have about 50% of women that are represented in their parliament. The fourth thing is, it is rated the safest country in Africa. It's actually the 5th safest country in the world with its low crime rate. Yes, so Rwanda is so strict. Like when you go there, it's like there's tension everywhere. Nobody wants to do anything to be caught or do anything to, you know, be put in prison, because the least thing you do, nigga, oh my dear, you're going to prison. And that's actually so cool. It means that the laws are working. And guys, the last thing I'd like to mention, and the last thing that I noticed in Rwanda, is that Rwanda is known as the land of 1,000 hills. Like, Rwanda has so many hills and highlands and mountains. It makes the weather so, like, the weather there is so cool. Like, I'm not saying that it doesn't get scorchy. It does get scorchy, but it's so cool. Like, it's not that hot. It's really, you don't even need air conditioning. So this is the view of the city.
Do you remember my brother? You used to play with him in our backyard. Today he plays with angels in his graveyard. He was a Tutsi and the sentence was death. That genocide we remember as a mega death. Lucky you were not among the hunted. Do you remember my sister? You sat with her on the same school bench. recall her funny attempts to speak French. Little did she know her life was to be brief. She was murdered by the men who raped her. Lucky you were just an innocent girl. Do you remember my father? He used to share beer with your father. Their inhonorable cigarettes meant being together. But one day, your father chose to be in a corner, watching my dad being slaughtered by the other. Lucky you, your father is a politician in exile. Do you remember my mother? Like yours, she was a teacher at our school. You used to say she always spoke so cool. When she was being slaughtered by those so cruel, your mother only saved the jewel from her neck. Lucky you, your mother is now a peace activist. I did not forget who you are. We played Kibariko and other games of mystery. A childhood friend I lost because of our history. Even though I sometimes judge your sophistry, never shall I doubt the truth of your own story. But please, let's talk about my story today. I did not forget you, brother. He used to listen to French songs with my brother before my brother joined the armed patriots and your brother joined the militia compatriots. When I learned about your brother's death, I was sorry. My brother is now called an army casualty. I did not forget your father, a man in a suit and a tie with big eyeglasses. I can only imagine his discomfort with the masses, in refugee camps with neither food nor houses. I'm sorry he's traumatized by the experience. My father was tortured before he was killed. I did not forget your mother, her hairstyle with a chignon without lines, elegance of the elite's wives of those times. Maybe she committed only petty crimes, and she should not be judged as a murderer. My mother was innocent but murdered. I'm a poet, not a judge. All I do is telling stories and reciting poetry. The genocide we commemorate every year. The memories we keep every second of our lives. The society of broken hearts and puzzled minds. You and I are products of this history. Yes, I know you also have a story to tell, a story of how your relatives lost their lives. I believe I need to also listen to your story, but today I have a question for you to answer. Do you remember my siblings and parents? Please tell me you remember them. When millions of hours killed millions of hours, please join me in their remembrance. Both of us say never again to genocide.
So, my trip was quite a short and an uneventful one, but that isn't because there was nothing to do. I'm actually going to share why that was the case later on in the video, so keep watching. This is the Nyamirambo Women's Center, dedicated to training women in craftsmanship and vocational skills. So in this shop or in this institution, there are so many handcrafted items and beautifully African made items. So, if you've watched up to this point, I'm guessing you are definitely the real MVP. I saved the story for the last because it's an interesting one, quite interesting, in fact. So, I don't have so many footages from Rwanda, but I did have a little bit of fun. I didn't have as much fun as I wanted because I felt super ill. Yes, so you can see I felt ill, had a lot of stomach issues, and I had to be rushed to the hospital. So most of the part of the trip, or let me say most of the time that I was in Rwanda, I was sick. I was sick when I took this picture. I was sick when I was in Gisenyi. I didn't have enough strength. Yes, I took this picture myself and I'm so excited. But yeah, I had so much, I wouldn't say I had so much fun. I don't know why I keep saying that. But I wish I had so much fun because the place was really cool, so relaxed and so okay. So I took this picture in the balcony of my hotel room. This was during breakfast. I mean, I had fun, but I wish that I was more stronger. I would have been able to go to more places. I would have been able to take more videos, more pictures, but I didn't do that because I was so weak. So this is just like a little bit of what I experienced in Rwanda that I wanted to share with you guys. It's been long. It was taken in 2016. No, I can't imagine how I said 2016. It was taken in 2019. That was last year. And hopefully I'll get to visit Rwanda again. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.